Hi, my name is Rachel Douglas, and this is the second picture for my narrative critique, part 2. In this photo, in this photo that I've chosen, it portrays a woman who appears to be a nurse who is helping a patient. Um, just looking at the picture itself, the theme seems to show the importance of the medical field, the hard work and dedication it takes for people to watch over others and give them the best care possible. This photographer uses elements and principles of design in photography to help compose this scene very, very effectively. I think the first thing they do very well is help have the main subject, who is a girl pretending to be a nurse, have her in action. Although they do a good job making the picture not blurry, they make it appear, as she is frozen, that she is in the middle of taking care of a patient. The second thing she does well is lighting. Uh, in this photo, it was best to have lighting that was shown throughout the entire image, because if she only picked one place or one piece of the subject to have in light and in focus, it would have taken away from the rest of the picture. In the picture that was shot by this photographer, it was important and key to have everything showing. This was important because if you only showed one part, it would not help portray the theme as strongly. They use lighting to capture the patient, the nurse, but also the instruments in the background that help the viewer understand that this is a picture supposedly taken in a hospital, and shows that one person is in need of serious help. A third thing that I think the photographer did really well was the framing. So once again, there are two subjects in this film: the mannequin, who is once again a patient, and the girl who is the caretaker. They did a good job so that the main focus was on these two characters, but they made it zoomed out enough so that you were able to see the surroundings. By being able to see the surroundings, it helps the viewer kind of have a sense of where this is taking place in the setting. By having the machines in the background, you can gather the information that this was probably taking place in a hospital. Because of this, you can gather further information and say that this patient is in serious need of help. And by having the nurse there taking care of her, it once again puts emphasis on the importance of the medical field and having caring people who are willing to spend the rest of their lives taking care of others. Although I do think this is a very strong photograph, there is a couple things that I think that I would change. One of the things is I would have more people around. I wouldn't have them as up close or personal as the first two subjects, but I would have perhaps another patient in the background in another bed to kind of show the busyness and kind of the need for the medical field. By doing this, it creates a sense of urgency and helps portray the message that, once again, how important this field is, but also the need for more and more people to get involved and to help care for others. A second thing that I think would be a good thing to add is to show the girl or the nurse smiling. I think by being able to do this, you could kind of show that within the medical field and the people who are helping others, how they are willing to do it and how they are happy to do it. And I think that would just make the theme stronger. The third thing, which might be kind of hard to do, especially if you don't have access to a lot of equipment, but I think it would have been kind of cool if you could kind of see more clearly what she was doing. For people who aren't very aware of kind of like the medical field and like what instruments are and what different instruments do, I think if you kind of pick something where like the viewer just knew what they were doing, it would also just kind of bring the picture better together. Overall, I think this photographer did a really good job helping to portray their theme, and there were only a few minor tweaks that I would have suggested.